left-hand side, took the full-back on, whipped the cross in. It was cleared to Zinchenko, edge of the box. Zinchenko took that touch, and then just someone coming in from behind him. He stumbled, but hit the shot as he was falling. Still forced the keeper to make a save, but it was comfortable for Henderson.
Here's Hamada for Crystal Palace, through towards Eze, away from Saliba. Can he find Mitchell, who's made the run? He gets away from Saka easy enough. It's a really good run. Eze coming forward, Mateta can't get there, and it's cleared away, and Arsenal have it with Ødegaard, but Richards does well. Now it's with Anderson for Palace, who are searching for a consolation. The Gunners will be aiming for a clean sheet, of course. This is Mateta looking to hold it up, unable to do so again. He's battled gamely.
He's on his own, isn't he? He's half the time. I mean, I never really feel sorry for the opposition.
No, but
I do feel sorry for him today.
Here is Hamada coming forward again. Matthias Franson on the right-hand side, looking to run at Zinchenko. Can he get away from Zinchenko? He can win a corner, can he? Yes.
Good defending, though, by Zinchenko. 1 against 1 in the box. Couldn't really make a tackle. Just had to stand up, and as he was taken on, the ball just ricocheted off his ankles and out for a corner. And you can just see, well, there's something up there for the Crystal Palace fans. Little protest. They are not there, and they're not happy, I don't think.
6 minutes of added on time. In comes the corner from Eze. And it's towards Richards with a header, and it's just over the crossbar. Couldn't keep it down. Yeah, a protest against the owners and the chairman. I think, I'll tell you what, they've done well to get that banner in, because it's massive, isn't it? It's quite significant and well done, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to read it out, but...
Oh, no, it's a Palace thing. It's nothing to do with us.
Yeah, it just means that, basically, it just says we're not very happy with our port.
Yeah. I mean, there was a little bit of an issue before the game, wasn't there, involving in the Palace section. I don't know what that was about. An internal matter, one for us not to be concerned about. Here is Eze for Palace over on the left-hand side, coming forward as they try and finish with a flourish here. They force Arsenal back. Mitchell's further left still. Mateta again back to goal. Up against Saliba for the umpteenth time today. Does well to flick it back for Mitchell. Mitchell, though, can't find a teammate. Ødegaard is there. Arsenal should be able to clear. It's hit up into the air towards Nketiah, who's been linked with Crystal Palace, of course. Hopefully he will stay. Here is Ozo. And now it's with Hamada, caught on his heels, has to stretch, can't keep it in.
Yeah, I would feel that, I don't know, but with Arsenal's situation, with being in the league right up there, Champions League, why would you let the first team squad player go out on loan or be sold? The only way you would do that is if you think you've got to use that money straight away to bring somebody in. But I just don't see that happening.
Zinchenko with the throw, cleared away by Tompkins. And we've got 4 minutes of the added on 6 remaining. Gabriel's double and a wonderful counter, a real Arsenal counter-attacking goal that we've seen over the years, different eras, different squads, different players, but it's a sort of goal you used to see at Highbury. Nigel used to see down the years, various different players involved. Wonderful sweeping move. It really is in the Gunners' DNA, and they could be in again here with Nketiah, edge of the area, and Tompkins does well, and it's cleared away. It's a powerful run from Hamada. Really is a good run as well. It's towards Mateta, cleared away. Jorginho is there.
It's a great run by him down this right-hand side, but he looked up to put it into the box or make a pass. No one there.
Yeah.
There's just 5 Arsenal players. I mean, it was a brilliant 30, 40-yard run, and then nobody to be with him. I mean, the game's gone. The referee might as well just blow the whistle.
Well, yeah.
So we could go home and get a drink a bit earlier. It's a chance for Arsenal.
Martinelli inside the penalty area, coming forward, scores! Into the corner, on the counter, to seal the win. It was already rubber-stamped, signed, sealed and delivered, courtesy of Gabriel Martinelli's late goal. Off the bench and on the score sheet, put through on the left-hand side, showed composure and real skill with a precise finish to pop it into the net. It's Arsenal 4, Crystal Palace 0.
Yeah, it's a brilliant finish from Martinelli. It's a tight angle, and he really doesn't go for any power. He just sort of side foots it right into the far corner, just inside the left-hand post. Henderson's diving across that way, can't really get anywhere near it. I mean, it's a brilliant finish. Looks so simple, but great goal from Arsenal. Look, Arsenal running in behind. Martinelli composes himself, opens his body up, and then just goes back across the goalkeeper. Got that one touch with his right foot to open up the angle, and then just curls it past the goalkeeper into the far corner of the net. Brilliant finish. 4-0 Arsenal. And they got that goal because they realised I'd said 3-0.
Inch perfect. 4th time that Martinelli scored against Crystal Palace in his career. Every single time it's resulted in an Arsenal win. And Martinelli, who obviously has had a bit of a dip with his goals this season. It's his 3rd of the Premier League.
Oh, he's got a chance again.
But he might be in again here. He is in again. Martinelli to make it 5!
Oh.
Same outcome, same corner. A quick fire double for Gabriel Martinelli. Palace caught cold from the kickoff pretty much, and it's the Gunners that make them pay once again. And Martinelli gives the Gunners some real polish on a terrific performance this Saturday lunchtime. It is Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace 0.
Yeah, I think it's Armada who's playing right back for both of those goals, has no idea where Martinelli is. Martinelli just runs past him. The fullback just stands still. I mean, a classic example of how not to defend when you're a fullback. Yeah, I mean, look, he's just standing still. He actually looks at him and lets him run. Again, I mean, I'd say this time, because Martinelli is slightly more across and straighter, it's an easier finish.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's still got to finish. And again, he does the same thing, outside of the foot, opening the angle up, and then in step, whips it into the far corner.
Wonderful goal.
Brilliant finish to the game.
Well, Arsenal, with a fast start, not necessarily the hell for leather burst from the kickoff, but the early goals from Gabriel in the 11th minute, and then the 37th, although I know our friends of Opta have actually changed it to a Henderson own goal.
Have they really?
We'll see if that remains the same. Palace had brief flirtations of getting back into the game, but were never quite good enough. Trossard's counter-attacking goal made it 3 just before the hour, and then Gabriel Martinelli in the 4th and the 5th minute of added on time sealed the deal and put some real polish on a performance that was good. There was pressure on Arsenal, Nigel, coming into this. There's no doubt about that. The Gunners knew that they had to have not just a performance but a victory, and they got both today. Yeah,
I mean, it was a strong performance. Was it the perfect performance? Probably not. Was it clinical? Yes, it was. And the 2 goals from Martinelli at the end just made it feel so much better. But Arsenal, as I said to you earlier, Dan, way too good for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace were poor today. We will face sterner tests, but for morale, after where we've been in the last few weeks, brilliant result.
Well, many thanks to Nigel Winterburn. A wonderful scoreline from an Arsenal point of view. Arsenal didn't have to be at their brilliant best to defeat a Palace side that came with limited ambition. 2 goals from Gabriel in the first half, although one looks like it's going to be credited as an own goal. Trossard just before the hour, and a real stellar cameo from Gabriel Martinelli, who grabs 2 in injury time to see Arsenal move up into 3rd now in the Premier League with this decisive and professional win. As we hand you back to Nicole and to Adi and to all of the gang upstairs, a 5-star display from the Gunners. They've beaten Crystal Palace by 5 goals to 0.
Thank you, Dan and Nigel. Dan's so excited there. He thought Arsenal had beaten Arsenal. Clarke, everyone, 5-0. This is exactly the performance that we needed, Clarke. This
Let's get straight back to Dubai, shall we?
Let's all go.
Yeah, we've got a long wait to the next game, actually. So, yeah, they might want to head back over and get a little bit more sun on their backs.
It worked, didn't it?
It definitely did. Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, we said, didn't we, at half-time about their high line? I mean, you talked about it, didn't you, Jacob? But they did hold that line higher, and we talked about how we could slide people in behind. And think about all the goals in the second half. They were all kind of the similar vibe, weren't they? One was a brilliant counter-attack started by Wright, but the second two just sliding those passes in between the full-backs. It was really good. It was much more like the Arsenal that we love so much. So yeah, great day. Loved it.
Yeah, and I mean, there's quite a lot of talking points, isn't there? But it was so nice to see. I mean, great for Trossard to get a goal, but Gabby Martinelli with not one, 2 goals.
Well, this is what happens. Yeah, sometimes when you're taken out, and the guy that comes in does all right, and the thing is, you know, Trossard had played pretty well, scored a goal. It can G you up, can't it? And that's what Mikel Arteta wants from his subs. He wants them to look at the guys on there and think, oh, I need to be better than them. And he came on and he really impacted it. We weren't critical of Gabriel before kickoff, but we pointed out that his conversion rate was way down on what it was last year. It's 9% this year compared to 27% last year. Yeah. Well, today he's sort of answered some of his critics, hasn't he? And with 2 really pinpoint, I would say, sort of vintage Martinelli finishes, just racing down the left, opens up his body, and then passing it into the corner. Really, really nice from him.
Yeah, it was great to see. I mean, you and I were in here getting ready for the post-match show, and then we were watching on the screen, missed the actual goals out there, and then having to change everything. But that's what we want. And everyone in Emirates Stadium, I mean, the atmosphere, everyone celebrating. This is the feeling that we've kind of missed the past few games, and it's nice. It feels good, doesn't it?
It does feel good. What does everyone think? I mean, did you enjoy that?
Absolutely did. I mean, look, as you say, Adrian, we spoke about the high line at half-time, and it felt like a Martinelli game. I understand why he started Trossard from the start, but when there's a high line there and there's space to run into, that's a Martinelli game. And I think over the last few weeks, we've seen Martinelli get chances and not finish them off. Today, 2 perfect finishes. You can't really ask for more than that. Trossard, really good finish as well. Took the extra couple of touches to get his shot away. And like we said after the first half that we need to be more decisive, more composed in the box, and we were in the second half.
Yeah, that was good. No, I thought we played much better in the second half as well. It was just a bit more oomph to our play, and yeah, we carved them open at will. Really, I think we had a lot of shots in the second half, plenty on target. So yeah, I think Mikel Arteta will be delighted, won't he? I mean, it's a long time. We beat Sheffield United, I think 5-0 here. But since then, that was in, I wanted to say it was late October time. So it's quite a while ago since we've had a really comfy win. So it's just nice, isn't it, to have a little bit of a safety net there. Never really felt today that we were going to lose. Once we scored that first goal, I thought, yeah, the Palace, they weren't at it today.
No,
we were miles better.
The only downside is, of course, we saw Declan Rice and Gabriel go off. We don't know what's going on there. Hopefully,
yeah, I said at half-time that we know Gabriel won't come off, and then bloody comes off, doesn't it? Unbelievable.
Always the way.
Yeah, look, there are 1 or 2 people online, journalists, that have been saying during that second half that Gabriel, he might not have been tactical and that he'd felt something. The same with Declan Rice, unfortunately. What you'll notice, he came off quite slowly. He walked off and wasn't moving brilliantly. Hamstring is the sort of whisper out there.
But we don't know.
Let's just hope it's a tight hamstring and that he hasn't sort of strained it or anything like that. The plus side is that we don't play for around 10 days, is it? Nottingham Forest away. So we got a little bit of time to rest up and get players ready. We don't want Declan Rice out for any length of time. What I will say was that I think as soon as he recognised that something was wrong, he got himself off fairly quickly. Yeah,
OK, well, as always, on the Breakdown Live, there are 3 things that we have learnt from each game. So shall we have a look at the first thing we've learnt from today's game? Here we go. Our status as the Premier League set-piece kings was enhanced. Oh, some lovely goals, Clarke. Yeah. Honestly, it makes such a difference, doesn't it, to your mood when you see a performance like that? Because we were saying pre-match that we obviously just all wanted a win, right? We all wanted to see Arsenal win this game. but that felt like a kind of statement performance, well, at least with the amount of goals.
Yeah, they're sort of bonus goals, aren't they? Set-piece goals, because you could be playing really averagely, but we win in the game because you were good at set-pieces, and that was the case at half-time. Second half, obviously, was different. But yeah, look, I think we've scored 13 now from set-pieces. Everton are the team in second on 11. So look, we're way ahead of our rivals when it comes to scoring from corners and wide free kicks, and yeah, that's not to be sniffed at. If we keep going like this, we could get 20 plus goals from set pieces over the course of a season, and that, let me tell you, that's the difference. That's a 6 points, 8 points difference, you know, over the campaign. So it's really, really important. Nicolas Jover and the rest of the staff, you know, deserve a pat on the back. They've, you know, the routines that they're coming up with are really good. Yeah,
it's working. All right, let's have a look then at the second thing we have learnt from today's 5-0 win against Crystal Palace. I'm not going to tire of saying that. Here you go, reducing 5 shots and a goal. Leandro Trossard justified his selection.
Look, I wrote this before Gabriel Martinelli got those 2 late goals at the end.
And it was too late to change it.
Well, we could have changed it, but, you know, I'll change it sort of on the hoof, really. He did justify his selection because 5 shots and a goal in what? Well, how long was he on? 70 minutes, 60 odd minutes? That's pretty good. I think that, you know, you could say he's done a good job today. It was a really nice goal from Trossard. But then Martinelli has sort of answered that with 2 of his own. So if I was to write that slate now, I'd probably say something along the lines of Martinelli and Trossard are driving up standards down the left or something like that, because that's what we want to happen, and that's what happened today. So look, what was that? So
he's nicking Finn's line.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, you exactly said that before kickoff. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, bang on. And I don't know who I'd pick for the next game now. You know, that's the because you'd imagine Saka and Jesus will play. I thought Jesus was lively again, wasn't he? Without really having any big chances, did he? Jesus, but I thought his dribbling and his sort of link play was good. But you'd imagine those 2 play and Ødegaard, and it's who's going to be, Trossard or Martinelli? Do you know what? I suspect it might be Martinelli because he's been the number 1 for so long, and he's come and scored 2. So yeah, that team selection for Forest, it's going to be really interesting.
Nice problem to have, though, right?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what was also great was the reception for Smith Rowe, wasn't it? Yeah. Everyone. I think that if Mick Arteta or Edu, and I'm not saying they are contemplating, you know, letting him go, because other teams want Emile Smith Rowe. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But if there was anyone contemplating that at that level, I think just hearing the reception that he got today might just make them think twice, because I don't think Arsenal supporters want to lose Emile Smith Rowe. You know, he didn't impact the game hugely, but we want him to succeed, and I think we all think he's good enough to.
Yeah, there's a lot of love for him for sure. Let's have a look then at the third and final thing we have learnt from today. Here we go. This uplifting bounce-back win could kickstart a strong second half of the season. Yeah, I'm seeing some people nodding in the box here. Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it? I mean, I think, like I said, I think without playing amazingly today, right, which is, you know, you look at the scoreline 5-0 and you go, wow. But we managed to still get a lot of goals. It felt comfortable, and this is what I think, as supporters, we all needed to see.
Not many teams do this to Palace.
Yeah.
Honestly, look at their results going back this season. Look at their results going back probably since Roy Hodgson came in, maybe even longer. There aren't many 5-0ers in there, so this is a bit of a statement. Even though I think we all recognise we can play a little bit better. 5-0 against Crystal Palace is impressive, and I think that we shouldn't downplay it too much. You know, it is exactly what we were looking for. I think ahead of kick-off we wanted to win. We wanted a morale-boosting win, something to make us feel good about ourselves, and we got it. So, yeah, let's sort of savour it. Let's enjoy it. Let's have a good weekend.
Let's go celebrate!
Let's all go to the pub, and, yeah, let's just enjoy the rest of the weekend now, knowing that the team are back on track. We're joint second. It says we're third. We're joint second. So that it's over to City, over to Liverpool. You know, can they deliver this weekend? Let's hope not.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap it up there. Clarke, it's been a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll let you head off and celebrate. We're going to go celebrate now. But we will be back on Wednesday night with Conti Cup action. Arsenal women travelling to Reading. Kick off at 7 p.m. We'll see you there.
Woo.